in 3, 2, 1, go. And I believe I remember seeing on the description of this map that all positions are enabled, but we have been blessed by the TLAF gods as we've gotten cross positions here spawning in the top left as the red Terran up 1-0 is TSL.Alive. His opponent on the bottom right in the blue Protoss is MVPGuineaPig.
And what is Guinea-Pig to do right now? When you're down 0-1 in a best of 5, you have like a really tough situation ahead of you because you know that your opponent, even though Alive is a player that we know he likes to play safe, at the same time, you know, in kind of standard best of 3 or best of 5 mentality, when you're up a game, it's like you have a little bit more freedom to kind of do whatever you want. You can be a little bit more risky. You can go for that all-in, try to get an early victory. If it doesn't work, well, you had that victory that you could fall back on, so you're back on an even footing. Or, you know, on the other side of it, you can just go for a really greedy build, go for like a, you know, a 16 command center, and if it gets countered, well, all right, go back into the next game. But if it doesn't happen to get countered, well, then you have a huge advantage. So it's a really tough situation for Guinea-Pig to play from. And I'm really curious to see how he's going to deal with it. Is he going to try to go for some type of cheese to get his opponent off guard? Or is he just going to try to play his standard play and make sure he's ready for anything Alive could throw at him?
And I think part of the thing he's doing here is scouting extremely early, trying to get into that main base before it gets walled off so that he can get some glimmer into what TSL.Alive is doing. If he can get in there, see is there a gas taken at the very minimum, see if there's a wall, can he somehow infer some information from that. We saw his probe leave his main base right after the pylon. This map is actually extremely large. Of the maps we've seen, I think it's the largest in the pool. So that probe going to be able to get in there just due to the quick scout. Going to get in there and see no gas. So that's a big win for Guinea-Pig. He's going to be able to know exactly what TSL.Alive is doing to follow up this early game, and he can counter it accordingly. I would have even loved to see him cancel his assimilator and just say, okay, you fast expand, me too.
I agree with you on that, man, but this is so fantastic.
Whoa, look at these mind games.
Oh,
bam!
My God. Alive, pulling out the mind game that you said. This is because he is up 1-0. He knows he can accomplish this. Guinea-Pig is going to be thrown so far off right now. In this type of a situation, you know, all right, the Terran is going, gases expand. Really, their only other options are this type of a fake or like a, you know, add on a bunch of barracks and go for some type of marine all-in. He's going to go for the Nexus. Look at this. So one gate Nexus hasn't even thrown down his Cyber Core yet, and he's going to throw down the Nexus. And meanwhile, with a double gas transition from Alive, I'm really curious to see what he's going to plan on going for here. It looks like he's going to be getting up to 100 gas, so it will be factory tech. Do you think this is going to be like proxy cloak Banshee tech or something like that? He does have an SCV ready at the 6 o'clock position.
That's exactly what it was pointing at to me. Proxy starport, get your cloak Banshee. It's right there at the natural and try to steal a win right like that. But the thing that kind of tells me he's not doing that is how aggressively he's scouting with this SCV at the bottom left. Now it looks like he's bringing it right into the main base, so maybe he won't be proxying. He's got Marines scouting the side locations. I don't know how he'll be following this up. He's building up a lot of gas. I mean, Banshees are going to be involved one way or another, but it doesn't look like they're going to be cloaked.
Maybe
they're going to be proxied.
Yeah, maybe he'll just like 1-1-1. I don't know, man. But on cross positions, it does seem like a strange move to just drop the factory in the main base. I mean, the rush distance is going to be so long. And look at that. So smart. Dropping the bunker at the natural. These are just mind games after mind games. If Guinea-Pig moves that probe in there, he's going to see that and absolutely expect that Alive already has his expansion up and running. He's just going to keep getting thrown further off guard. There's the starport on the way from Alive. It looks like he's going to move his factory over to be able to set up a tech lab for it. But I actually would have loved to see that proxy, man. This does kind of scare me because we are on cross positions. It's going to take so long for it to get across the map.
And look at what Guinea-Pig is up to. He's only got his 3 gates. No Robo on the way, if I'm not mistaken. No, looks like, oh my god, Warp Gate is just so far behind, and that's a symptom of going for this fast expansion. And that's a symptom of the mind games that TSL.Alive is playing. So really nice back and forth here. As you're mentioning, though, with this starport not being proxied, the travel time for that Banshee to get in is just going to be so long. We could easily see a Robo slam down here for Guinea-Pig and an Observer chronoed out. And you know, if the Banshee doesn't get in there and do significant damage, this isn't like in TVT where we see a Banshee come out and, you know, it kills a few Marines and we're like, okay, now we can use it for map control. No, Guinea-Pig has an extremely fast expansion. If this TSL.Alive Banshee doesn't get in there and do significant damage, he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
He absolutely will be. Now, the only advantage he does have over, being farther away is that it will build up more energy before actually getting to his opponent's base. So he'll have a longer cloak duration, but that won't matter if an observer comes out from Guinea Pig. Now, the critical problem is that we still haven't seen a robo be thrown out. There it is, the robo being thrown down right now from Guinea Pig. Will that be in time, though? The robotics facility going to take 65 seconds to build right now. Cloak is already halfway done. Will he have the observer in time? Will he just send it straight to his opponent's base? This is going to be pretty close.
Yeah, and we'll have to see what kind of units Guinea Pig's getting out. If he's going to continue with Stalkers, if he starts going for Zealots and Sentries to try to deal with any sort of early push, which he may be expecting, that's not going to be what he wants. He wants pure Stalkers here and to slam out that Observer as soon as possible. Banshee is now out, headed to the northeastern corner. He wants to be as sneaky as possible. Doesn't want that to be caught by any scouting units or run by any controlled Xel'Naga Watchtowers. He's going to go all the way around. Robo just about complete here. It's got 50 HP left on it as the Stalkers are going to move forward. See that bunker, and that's going to continue to confirm the suspicions that Guinea Pig has that the expansion is on the way. And let's see, yes, Observer being chronoed out.
Wow, that is going to be so helpful. Will it be in time, and will he have the units? All of the units from Guinea Pig are actually out in the middle of the map. He's got all of his Stalkers being aggressive, as well as the ones holding the Xel'Naga Towers. So here comes the Banshee into the main mineral line. It does have Cloak up and running. Blink is on the way from Guinea Pig. Won't be done in time. Looks like he will lose a couple probes now. He's forced to pull some of these Stalkers back, and the Observer pops out at great timing there for Guinea Pig. That was so close, and it looks like only 5 worker kills so far for TSL.Alive. Definitely not what he was looking for, having delayed his expansion so much. He's actually going all in here. He's got 2 barracks, both with reactors, the factory and starport both with tech labs. So this is going to be a 2-1-1 all in. And I don't know, man. This could be really rough for Alive. I think he was really expecting to do quite a bit more damage with those Cloak Banshees.
Absolutely. Second Cloak Banshee going to scroll into the natural, going to start to take down some probes and do a little bit of shield damage on those Stalkers, but the Observer very active, coming back to drive away that Banshee, not doing significant damage. There are only 2 kills on that Banshee, 4 kills on the first one, both going to be decloaked or uncloaked, excuse me, and brought back to reunite with this large push coming back, and choo-choo, here comes the SCV train.
Indeed it does, man. That is, wow, that is a lot of SCVs. He's not messing around. He's not going like some Terran players who leave half their SCVs there so you can have a second wave. No, Alive is just going all in all the time with this one big push. This could be so hard for Guinea Pig to deal with. He doesn't have any sentries for Guardian Shield, no force fields either, only 1 Immortal to target down those tanks, and not that many units overall. Oh my god, the Immortal already down at a quarter HP. This is going to be so problematic. If he loses that Immortal, oh my god, he loses the Immortal to the Banshees. That is terrible. He won't be able to take out those tanks, and it looks like Guinea Pig might be forced to abandon his natural. Yeah,
he's absolutely got to abandon his natural and try to hold the high ground. Maybe he'll warp in some sentries to try to deal with splitting the army as it comes up, but no, doesn't get any sentries up in time, and here we go. All the units charging up the ramp. All of them have reached the main of Guinea Pig, trying to get 2 more warp pits in. Oh, there's only 1 pylon. Everything is unpowered. And that is not where you build a pylon. 1 is going to power up 1 warp gate only, but he's now completely isolated all the workers away. No income here for Guinea Pig as he struggles to get over to his natural nexus, and Banshee's able to snipe units away, and this is just such a difficult situation here for Guinea Pig.
Yeah, poor Guinea Pig taking a page out of Artosis' book there with that pylon. Just a little bit unfortunate for him. Of course, the game may have already been over anyways. These are just so many units from Alive. Critically, what we didn't see from Guinea Pig was when he abandoned his natural, he just kind of left all of his pros mining. Didn't even use them to engage. Whoa! Move command on the Stalkers right there, moving right into range of those Marines. He's losing everything. There's the GG from Guinea Pig. And now we have a 2-0 advantage for Alive. My gosh, has he got to be sitting pretty right now. Just imagine those $2,000 in his hands, making it rain, because he's just 1 game away from winning this tournament.
And Orb, it looks like Captain Safety found a little thing called alcohol, and it just put him into another world, because he just said, all right, enough with this, I'm going to go kill him. And this is exactly what you were talking about. This is a big difference between foreign versus Korean players. Koreans will see that small opening and say, you know, this is absolutely what I need to do now. I'll pull everything. I have a slight edge, and I will attack here. And that's what we saw. Just razor sharp decision making there. I think, you know, the Gambit, the early mind games were amazing, but I don't think anyone would say they paid off. But just that transition into the all-in, Guinea Pig missed a few small moves there that could have helped him hold it, but no sentries on the way. got completely destroyed there.
Yeah, I think while the mind games didn't help him for the Cloak Banshee, I think the one thing they really helped him with was that Guinea Pig was continuously producing probes that whole time. Normally what we'd see in that situation is that a Protoss is going to cut probes to be able to defend against the 1-1-1. They're going to make a lot of units. Instead, he made so many probes, and he did not have many units at all. Like, the amount of time it took for that 1-1-1 to hit, it was so delayed because of the later double gas. The Cloak Banshees first, so it had to delay his siege mode and everything. Because of the delay, I feel like Guinea Pig, in a general normal situation after a fast expand, if he had been expecting the 1-1-1, I think he would have been able to hold that. But since he made so many probes, since he, just did not have a big enough army in general and didn't have the unit composition he needed, he didn't have enough Immortals, didn't have any sentries, as you said, it ended up just not working out well for him. And now we have a 0-2 disadvantage. What do you do, Chill, when you're in a best of 5 and you're down 0-2?
Well, everyone has their own thing they do. People suggest that they should cheese and come back, try to get one game stolen to come back. I found in any sort of competitive setting, when I've tried to kind of veer off onto I'll try to cheese or I'll try something like, okay, I'll just try this. Maybe it'll work and then I'll be back in. That's never a good idea. I find 9 times out of 10, just play your solid game. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. But I think that's your best chance to bring it back, especially when you're playing against someone who's on fire, like Alive is here. He's got so much confidence, so much momentum going in. If you cheese, you probably end up regretting it if it doesn't work. And I think more than likely it's not going to work. So I would hope to see Guinea Pig just play his game. Don't throw out the proxy starport. Don't think about the mind games of Game 2, because more than likely that's not going to happen again. The only thing I'm worried about is we're here on Sanctuary, again, a small map, a little bit claustrophobic, and I think that's going to favor Alive here significantly.
Well, let's see if it does. Do you have the replay loaded up? Should be good to go.
I'm ready.